Right. So, how's things with yourself and the rest of the band? Are you all doing okay?
Yeah, we're all okay. I mean, we just parted ways with our drummer, but yeah, everything's good. We're good, and looking forward to the tour.
Excellent. Growing up, if we start all the way back to the beginning, what was your music? What do you love musically growing up, and what influenced you in becoming a band?
Yeah, so I would say our influences are very diverse because I would say I'm more into like pop, rock, punk stuff, and Andre, our guitarist, with whom I'm writing the songs, is definitely more into like real metal shit. Like, I don't know, he's listening to Slayer and I don't know, Korn and stuff like that. I also love Korn. But I would say even as a songwriter, my influences are more like pop and rockish kind of style. And yeah, so naming bands, I would go definitely with Beartooth, because Beartooth was or still is my number one inspiration. And Paramore and Andre, I would go with Korn. Yeah, pretty much.
Can you remember what growing up, was it vinyl you were into? Was it CDs, or was it the modern way of downloads?
No, I mean, when I'm 30, so I grew up with CDs actually. So even with like, I don't know how to say it, discs and stuff like that, like Walkmans and all that stuff. So yeah, definitely CDs. I remember buying my first CD. It was Issues by Korn actually. And I used to sit in the bus driving to school with my CD player, and like every time the bus went over a little hill or something, the CD stopped, and so you really had to you really had to buy.
I those little CD players, you'd put it, you could get those car mounts, and you put it in the car, you hit the bump, and your CD's ruined.
Yeah, man, it was, and like everyone would have this huge collection of CDs in their cars, and you would go through them before you start driving the car. You would go like, let's take this one. And I mean, it's crazy how it changed, right? You can just turn on your phone and you have everything there. It's very, very strange. So like back in the old days, you really had to own the music. You had to go into a shop and actually physically buy it, and then you were only able to listen to that one CD you bought. And yeah, so definitely CDs.
Yeah, I grew up. I grew up with the vinyl and cassettes, and I still buy vinyl now. I prefer vinyl to anything, but you can't play it in the car.
Right. Well, I saw it. I actually saw that on YouTube that somebody built a vinyl player in their car, and yeah, it's working somehow, but it's not. I mean, it's not a regular thing. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Your latest album, Nightfall. Yeah, I reviewed it when it came out, and I think I put it in the top. I think it was about 9.7, 9.8 out of 10.
Whoa.
It's an amazing album, absolutely amazing. I was so shocked listening to it.
Thank you,
It was
man.
like, oh, this is something else. And what was it like writing and recording during the pandemic? Was it difficult?
First of all, thank you very much for your review. That's very insane. Like 9 point whatever is just sick. Actually, I believe we wrote the record even before the pandemic hit Germany. I believe it was by the end of 2019 or something like that. And then we went into the studio in 2020. And I remember, I guess it was like a couple weeks before the first lockdown took place in Germany. So like the writing and recording process wasn't really affected by the pandemic, but the release was definitely, because we sat with the record for 1.5 years, and that was very very fucked up. But I would say the record wasn't really affected by COVID at all when it comes to actually writing and recording it.
With did you have to postpone anything to do with the release, or was it always set to come out in this year?
No, man, we actually postponed the release for about 3 times or something like that. I don't even remember the first date, because the label said, no, that doesn't make sense. Of course it doesn't make sense. We're a small band, and releasing an album without being able to jump on a tour doesn't make sense, right? People don't give a shit about it. So to promote it and stuff like that, we had to postpone it for about, as I said, 3 times or something like that. So we actually, that's what I meant earlier. It was very fucking tough to just sit with it and like having it done, and you're like, we've grown up and we want people to know that we've changed our style and stuff. So yeah, it was definitely postponed.
Sam, was the postponement your choice, or was it the label which said, look, we need to postpone this until later on?
I believe it was a decision of like the entire team. We had meetings with our management and the label, and you know, we had the tour planned, which we're playing now in May for, I don't even remember again, but even the tour was postponed all the time. We were like, we need to postpone the release with the tour so that we can promote the record, or we'll be, the record will be burned. So it was a decision made by the entire team, the band, the label, and the management.
Yeah. You mentioned about touring.
Yeah.
Well, have you made any? You said that you had to postpone it. Well, when do you start going back out, or have you done any concerts to date?
No, unfortunately not. We had one planned for, I don't know, a couple of months ago, but no chance. Like they shut everything down here in Germany. It was like, I have the feeling I haven't been to a club for 2 years or something like that, because they shut down everything. There was no chance for people to play. So yeah, so the tour in May with Annisokay will be the first, and Future Palace will also be there. So will be the first time we will play in 2 years and something on top of that. So very strange. And yeah, I'm probably gonna share a tear on stage when we're finally back on stage. So yeah, this will be the first time even playing a new record.
Yeah, it's I went to photograph and review a band which had come all the way from Canada to the UK, and the UK was the only place where they could at that time where they could actually do concerts. They couldn't do it anywhere else.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking, God, that's crazy that they come all the way over to the UK just to be able to do gigs.
Yeah, that's insane. Like to be honest with you, I'm a very huge UK fan, and I would love to play there. But we're still too small, and it was very, very difficult to even play at all, and we didn't make it. I mean, no band here in Germany made it. But yeah, I mean, people want to play. All these bands haven't played shows for such a long time, and they just wanna keep. Oh, who's that?
It's just Ralph. It says he's making a
Oh,
noise on the floor. So
oh, he's
hey,
cute.
hello, Ralph.
Hey, buddy, how are you? You can't smell me. I'm sorry, dude.
You're a good boy, I know. He's
He's
after my
cute.
coffee.
I have a dog too, so I'm a huge dog person. Best. Dogs over everything. Best friends in the world. Great.
You mentioned briefly about the UK. Is the UK somewhere you want to play? And what would you prefer doing? Would it be like a tour, or would you prefer to do festivals?
Oh man, everything. I don't mind at all. Yeah, I would love to jump on a tour with a band, of course, definitely. And I mean, festivals. I'm a huge festival person. I love festivals, and especially you guys in the UK are just insane when it comes to festivals. And I just really feel like UK fans are so dedicated, especially in the entire like metal or metalcore scene, or you name the genre. But yeah, they're very dedicated. And, I went to a lot of concerts myself in UK, and the last was actually in London, and it was insane. Like, I just love it. Like, the spirit of the people, they're so into it, and everything. I mean, we take everything we can get. We just want to play and have a good time.
Yeah, it's like for me, I went all the way out to Omaha, Nebraska.
Yeah.
To see Kiss. I had the backstage
pass,
and it was it was always a dream of mine to go to the United States to go to a concert.
Yeah.
And it's the best feeling I have ever had in my entire life. You always see it like on DVDs and videos, and you see the massive arenas and you think, wow, I wonder what it's like. And it's something I can always, and I do always look back on it. It's amazing. So I know how you feel about, like, with the UK, go into concerts, festivals, it's just amazing. It's
and you know what? I feel like, especially at festivals, you have the feeling of like being a part of something bigger than you are, and like people are so united. It's like they don't give a shit if you're from that country or from that country, or if you wear that hat, or people even wear costumes, and nobody gives a shit, you know. People are just there to have a great time, and they're all united by music. And this is like, I feel like a very, like, the only place for me personally where people can actually be who they are, and like not getting judged for it, and it's just awesome, and like just being so united. I mean, we saw people just holding each other and, like, I don't know, having just a great time, and they didn't even know each other before. So we need that, especially in these times. We need that so much. It's so important to bring that back, and we're very, very hopeful that this tour will finally take place. It looks very, very good, to be honest with you, that we will make it. So yeah, it's gonna be. I believe people will freak out, because especially here in Germany, people haven't visited shows for 2 years, and I believe it's just gonna be insane, and I really can't wait to jump on stage.
I remember my first concert back after COVID, and every single person there just felt as though, oh, this is like a huge weight off everyone's shoulders. nobody cared about COVID. Nobody cared about issues. It was all about the music. And I actually did have a tear in my eye. I want to say my dog just got. So he doesn't like me sitting here. He's a little nuisance. So finally, going forward, what plans have you got? Are you writing new material? Have you set yourself targets for the future?
Yeah, definitely. So for this year, we you know, try to get booked for as many shows as possible. And you know, I mean, we have the tour in May, but we're trying to jump on a second tour this year, and in between, like, play just as much as we can. But we'd rather focus on the next year to you know, to really start touring and like playing as many festivals as we can, because that's very important to promote the record on which we worked for such a long time. But you know, writing, definitely. I mean, we started writing last year, and there's going to be a new record anytime soon. I mean, we haven't recorded something yet, but we plan on getting back into the studio hopefully this year, but we haven't scheduled anything yet. Yeah, but there's definitely going to be new material. We're very stoked to keep going and keep pushing, because you know, the support we get from everywhere around the globe is just insane. And also our team, and we're just really thankful to be able to finally make music in a professional way. And that's all we ever wanted, and we're just gonna work our asses off to make this work and play as much as we can. That's the most important thing for us.
That's definitely the most important. Have you got any, before I let you go, have you got any surprises for the tour? Or is it just wanting to get out to play the new stuff?
Yeah, we're definitely gonna play the new stuff. There's not gonna be old songs, because it's not something that we're really proud of, to be honest with you, like the first record. So there's gonna be new stuff, and probably there's gonna be one or two little gimmicks, two little surprises live, which we're not giving away now. But yeah, it's gonna be. I just really, you know, it's gonna be fun. We just want to have fun. Want to, you know, rock the shit out of the stages. Like make a cool rock show from the first second to the last, and try to involve people as much as we can, and just have a great time and just party the fuck out of the venue. That would be it. And yeah, hopefully everyone. You know, hopefully the tour would take place, but it looks very, very, very good. And yeah, just, you know, being finally united with music again live, and, you know, probably just break our necks while headbanging. That would be the goal for the tour.
Well, this is it's been brilliant speaking to you. I really do hope that your tour is successful, and get out there and enjoy yourself, and hope to see you in the UK very, very soon. Yeah,
that would be awesome. Thank you so much for your time and for having me. This was a very cool conversation. And greetings to your dog again. Cuddle him for me, please.
Yeah, I will do. I'll be strangling him in a minute. I'll be like, hey,
you cute little fucker. All right, mate. Anyway, thank you so much.
It's excellent. I'll speak to you soon.
Yeah, speak to you soon. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Have yourself. Bye.